So guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to the Tombstone of Flame and another chapter from this eighth volume. When did we start this volume? Oh, here we go. So we're actually quite a ways through it, aren't we now? But yeah, we've got the Tombstone of Flame chapter 1 and chapter 2, it looks like today. Looks like they're going to be really short. So that's about 25 pages per each of these chapters. It's about, oh, it's about 22. Yeah, about 22 pages per each of them. So quite short chapters today. So probably going to be a reasonably short video. But I'm looking forward to this one, as I think this is where Griffith is going to be kind of attempted to be assassinated, and obviously, again, we know what happens after seeing the anime and the movies, so not too much of a kind of surprise there. But looking forward to seeing any kind of differences today. The last chapter was really awesome, especially where we ended off with try and get it back up here real quick, with Griffith and Guts having a little smile at each other right at the end there. That was, again, really awesome, wasn't it? And we had a really awesome kind of part with Casca and Guts as well. Again, always some of my favourite interactions in the series, but we'll get right into this one today. Let me know what you guys think of this episode down in the comment section, though. Leave a like on the video if you guys, did I say episode? These chapters in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. You know what, that looks quite funny. It almost looks like Cork is trying to hide his boner, but it's just above. That would have been quite funny if that was just a little bit lower. The White Phoenix Knights. White Phoenix General Griffith. We never actually get to the point where those are actually used, though, right? Like, they're gonna call them the White Phoenix Knights, but I don't think we ever do actually call them that, do we? I certainly don't, anyway. Yeah, let's get into the Tombstone of Flame. Everyone's just get applauded. Still quite a lovely moment at the minute, isn't it? That's what it's been for the last few chapters, to be honest. It's been a bit of a shift change to some actual kind of nice goings on. But there's also some darkness going on in the background, of course. What? What? This has become extraordinary. Yay, that's great. I think this is everyone's reaction to them being called the White Phoenix Knights. Huh. Your life will end soon enough. Intoxicate yourself with your delusions and of grandeur while you still can. So that's not actually her biological mother, then. Okay. It's about that time, Minister Foss. Guy's got some jaws on him, Jesus. Bloody hell. Guy's got a Chad jawline, hasn't he? Too bad he's super skinny and old. Not that being old is bad, but it doesn't really suit him. He's so skinny. That half Chad. Whatever is the matter? You don't look like you feel well. Huh? We still haven't read the letter at this point, have we? None of these guys look too well, to be honest, do they? They're all sweating a little bit. It isn't like you. Certainly you aren't afraid now. Please, pull yourself together. No, not that. See, he's got his eye on there, of course. Is that Griffith? Yeah. Pretty sure that's Griffith. I'm only questioning it because his clothes are a bit darker than usual. Again, he's always portrayed as really white, but I think this is from Minister Foss's point of view, isn't it? Here it comes, and there's the snake himself. Just one singular goblet. Oh shit. That's pretty sick. That is really sick indeed, isn't it? You know what? That's the liquid going in and dissolving into the alcohol, isn't it? But it kind of resembles a kind of phantom or a ghost a little bit, doesn't it? At the top here, in my opinion, which could be a kind of deathly figure, if you know what I'm saying, an indication of it's going to kill you. But that's really cool, isn't it? Again, quite subtle. That he's kind of woven that into the poison dissolving. As a horror fan, I like little stuff like that, like little kind of scary images like this. Obviously, here you are, sir. I need to be sometimes more aware where my camera is as well. I think I've got a pretty good image of where it is right now, and I've got to be careful when I zoom in, because obviously if I zoom in like this, you won't be able to see a little bit. But I think I'll be fine like this. Thank you. Now then, to the birth of our young new heroes and the shining future of Midland. Let me through. A toast. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? Little Rickert. Is that alcohol Rickert's having? Probably. Well, you'd hope they wouldn't give him alcohol, but I think it's quite a in Europe. I think it's quite a reasonable thing to do, to give a child a little bit of alcohol. I think I've heard that anyway. Griff, yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Little cheers there with Pippin as he sips from the cup. And Griffith falls down. Lucky Guts isn't in here with his sword. I mean, Guts has already been told about it, I think. Yeah, so he's definitely already been told about this, but it's lucky Griffith did get told. Guts, sorry. It's lucky Guts did get told about this, because if he was in here, especially with his sword, things might be bad. Not for the Band of the Hawk, of course, but Griffith. Again, apologies guys, I've been ill the last couple of days, so probably won't be able to go too far with the shouting or anything. No, it won't be nearly as many cuts as there was the other day when I recorded. I think it's Thursday for you guys. Last Thursday was a bit of a horrible one to get through for me. I had to cut I think I had to stitch together like 20 different clips. Ugh. My nose just wouldn't stop running. The thing is, I didn't feel too bad, but I obviously can't have my nose fucking running the whole whole video. Highness! Charlotte? Guards! Seal the hall! Don't let anyone out! Little smirk on that bitch's face. But yeah, smart thinking from these two. Seem to be the only guys actually doing anything as well. These two right here. strange. That is literally the second the second music video I'm watching. It usually does that after like 40 minutes. Asks if you're actually there, but it's literally been 10 minutes, if that. Actually, we can check. Yeah, it's been 10 minutes. Strange. YouTube has had an update recently, hasn't it? So you can actually zoom in on videos to a degree that you want to. It's actually a pretty good update. Got Casket crying. Guts is gone. On his horse. What's going on here? Oh, this is... Oh, I see. That was easy. I just made more money. Well, these are surface level thoughts. I made more money than commoners like us could get from 10 years of honest work. Oh, I see, it continues. This means farewell to that boring dishwashing job. I just need to get away from the city tonight. Huh? Damn. Guts looking pretty fucking cool right here. With that hat on. Suits that hat a lot. It's a slightly different hat, but suits this hat a lot better than Caucus. Slightly different hats though. I think Caucus is a bit taller and a bit thinner. And no stylish feather. But yeah. Looking like it came out of Mexico here, Guts. Even his sword looks different. Not sure he's got his normal sword back at the minute, has he? Again, I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, that looks pretty nice design there for Guts. There it is. There's the head. Poof. Again, sound effects do go a long way, don't they? And that's why anime is my kind of, not the only reason, but another reason that's why anime is my preferred media. The sound, the presence and such you get, the atmosphere, even that's the thing. It makes silence more powerful. Obviously, manga and such is always silent, but the fact that you have music and voices and such all the time in movies and anime and cinema, it makes silence that much more kind of effective. During moments like these, for example, where you just hear a whoosh and then it's silent, like that would be a very kind of setting, a very nice cinematic kind of shot, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's got his head rolling. Even had a little bounce. What was it with someone getting their head cut off and there ended up being like a bunch of kids who played with it. I can't remember what movie that was, but I remember seeing that in a movie where someone got decapitated and then the kids just started playing football with their head. I got no idea what it's from. Nice job, Guts. Nice job. I never expected things to proceed so well. It seemed too easy. Everything went according to Minister Foss's arrangements. No, not at all. Your skills are most impressive. Yes, it was impressive, Minister Foss. So this is the meeting afterwards, eh? I'm grateful. What's wrong? Your face is pale. It must be your imagination. A trick of the candlelight. Candlelight probably will make you look more orange than white, right? So that's definitely the biggest lie. The biggest lie possible. But we really are safe, yes? What of the slim chance that server is caught and speaks of it? Our names would be made public. You needn't worry over that point. A little while ago, a report came in from one of the subordinates that had been disposed of. From one of my subordinates that he had been disposed of. Oh, then, you've taken care of all the loose ends. What a tactician! The minister was overqualified for this. Well then, I shall go and check on the pandemonium. They're doing this while this shit's still kind of going on. Quite funny, honestly, isn't it, that these guys didn't even ask who he had been disposed by. They just immediately thought it was Minister Foss that disposed of him. Like a sweaty pumpkin. Or a burning pumpkin. Now our Midland Army can finally regain its former dignity. Sure enough, a common-born White Phoenix general. Outrageous! Low-ranking soldiers mustn't be allowed such arrogance. It made for a heinous precedent. The centre of the government in this kingdom must always be reserved for those of us from dignified bloodlines, and yet that man of humble origins tried to... What do the people know about ruling a kingdom? We almost became the laughingstock of the world. Now that it's done, I thank you all for your support. The laughingstock of the world. Like fucking hell, man. How do you get that point when you see something that you'd be the laughingstock of the world if that happened? Crazy. Thanking us? This was all made possible by Her Majesty's backing. With this, he can rest in peace. She had a slight smile earlier, but what other satisfaction has she got from this, let's be honest? Looks like nothing. She's a very loose woman in general, isn't she? This woman here. She's very when she said that she loved the guy that Guts assassinated, I don't think she loved him. I think she loved the thought of like being embraced like that by another person. It wasn't actually that guy she was in love with. Again, it was more of the thoughts she had herself. Yeah, don't really like her, of course. Obviously, you're not meant to. What the? What's this smoke? Something's been pushed against the door on the outside, and it won't budge. What? Move aside. Oh, this is one of the most painful ways to go out, I can imagine. Being burnt alive. Fuck that. That would be a hideous way to die. That would be a hideous way to die. Slowly would be terrible, but at once would be painful as fuck as well. Let's be honest. All round your body, pain and burning. Ugh. And again, let alone if it was to go on for a while, which you can do. Jesus. Yay! For fire? What? What is this? See, that's the most expression we've seen out of her yet. Bald here as well, doesn't she? Oh, look at them. Those hands. Yeah, as expected, this has been a really short chapter, hasn't it? We're almost finished. Fucking hell. The whole fucking place is on fire. What? What is the meaning of this? And she sees him. Oh, bloody hell. That's where we're ending off, isn't it? Yep. Griffith just stood there, just watching. Damn. Sick end to the chapter right there. Again, that was really fucking short though, wasn't it? That was really short. But yeah, we'll move straight on to the next one. Griffith? Oh shit. This is a really cool artwork here. Yeah, this is almost like a horror movie kind of poster artwork. There she is right there in the top right. Jump, bitch, jump. Might survive. You jump down there, you probably break a few bones and... Oh, wow, I don't know if you'd be conscious. That's... what, 3-4 stories? Jump on there, you might end up conscious and might end up with a few injuries, and then jump down again. You'd obviously get even more, but you might actually live. So, just jump, bitch. I would. Again, if it was to avoid this fate, I'd rather jump and kill myself that way. and maybe have a chance to survive and then stay in this fucking burning building, let's be honest. That'd be painful though. Painful. But not as painful. Griffith! Oh, again, I really can't. I really can't go too far. Alright, Tombstone of Flame, Chapter 2. Again, I love this. I love this image right here. Okay. How? The doctors were sure you were dead. And I'm sure it seemed that way. That's how I arranged it. It was not poison that passed my lips. It was a nostrum. Oh my god. A hyoscyamus. I think I said that too cleanly. That's definitely not how you say that. It was a nostrum. A nostrum. A yeah, I definitely said it wrong. A Sciamus. A hyoscyamus. Let's not take too long on this. A hyoscyamus based mixture that put me in a temporary stasis close to death. Naturally, if I had taken a fatal dose, I would have died, but it was worth the risk. Thanks to it, I was able to deal with all of you at once. So, spare me. I was simply called upon by Her Majesty and Minister Foss. I had no direct involvement in it. Silence, you fool. Yeah, you're a lying bastard. In any case, it seems all of you are too accustomed to scheming over things from behind your desks. This is war. There are no spectator seats on the battlefield. Exactly, my dude. Damn you! Damn you, Griffith! Jump! Jump out the window. Come on. So, you mean to kill me? Just like you killed Julius? A mere commoner like you is going to burn me, the Queen of Midland, to death? I won't allow it. I won't acknowledge it. What can you do? What can you do at this point? Jump. That's the only thing you can do. Try and jump on Griffith as well. Maybe he might soften your landing. You might end up killing him. Yeah, if it was a height that I knew I'd die from, probably would just try and jump on Griffith. But yeah, what's she talking about? Like, what acknowledgement matters here? What can you allow here that matters? Nothing. But yeah, look at her fucking... I've always found kind of scary older women to be one of the scariest things in horror as well. Like, not even like horrific kind of scenes, but just like what was that movie where she, like the witch just turned the kid into like a rat? I can't remember what it's called, but it had this horrible. I think Catherine Zeta-Jones might have been in it. She might have been playing the witch. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, horribly long nose, and I remember she was actually quite pretty at the start, but then we see her at the end. I can't remember what it's called, but she gets like turned into we see a proper ugly witch form, and it was like a 8 for ages like 12, and it's like a proper kids thing. But it's so, even now I find like the design and such so scary, especially considering it's like a kids movie. It might have been called Witches. I think it might have been called Witches, to be fair. But yeah, I always found that a lot more scarier than many kind of very gory and such horror films that I've watched in my time. But yeah, that's almost like a kind of a face similar, not quite as bad, but still a very nice design, horrific design. Those who die on the battlefield are not royalty, nobility, or commoners. They are the defeated who die. Indeed. Doesn't matter where you're from. If you can't fight, you're dead. You're just another dead body. Oh, and now she's pretty much done, right? Because there's almost no jumping out the windows now because they're on fire. I don't remember this being such a big part of the anime or movie, a movie especially. I don't think. Well, I definitely don't remember us spending so much time with her as she's dying, I don't think. Definitely a place you can cut corners on, if you know what I'm saying, though. You can just quickly show this scene in a kind of 30-second scene and it'll be done with, I think. Damn, that's an action hero shot right there. Jesus. Let's go, Griffith. Turn his back. Just gonna walk away. Hair flowing in the wind. And a very cinematic shot right there. I love these kind of cinematic shots with this one here of him facing it with her. And then this one of him just walking away. Can we still see her? Nah, again, like I said, all the windows now on fire, so she had her chance and she fucked it. She had her chance. What the hell is this designed for a griffin? Bloody hell. It is over. There's Minister Foss. Little rat. Is such a thing so rare within the court? What's the matter? A man of your caliber trembling? Are you frightened because you betrayed your comrades? Or is it because you took part in the assassination of a queen? I want to ask you one thing. How did you come to know about our plan? I didn't know about it. Then why me? But you are different, Minister Foss. I had predicted you would become my enemy. Ever since that morning I deployed. Yep. Do you know what? His face almost looks like a behelit right here, doesn't it? Minister Foss. That time? You caught sight of my eyes then. I knew from that time that you would never permit my existence. Indeed, that was a very telling altercation, wasn't it? A very telling altercation. How? Oh shit. At that instant, your eyes betrayed your fear. Damn. Jesus Christ, look at Griffith right here. Fucking hell. Now he's like the monster. Like, really? Look at these designs. This is not the same slick white like Griffith. Again, he's pitch black right here. When a man is faced with something he truly fears, he cannot ignore it. He has only two options. He can become subordinate and fall under its wing, or he can strike it out and erase the fear. I've long known that there were more than a few amongst the conservatives in court who did not think well of me, but I wasn't able to determine specifically who they were. But someone as shrewd as you were certain to round them up and go about trying to remove me. Though still, look at his face right here. That the Queen herself would play a part was unforeseen. Look at him, man. Oh, he almost looks a bit like Loomis from Halloween without hair as well. Actually, I'm not sure Loomis has got that much hair anyway. Almost looks a bit like Loomis. Loomis, one of my favourite from that series, by the way. Donald Pleasance. How could this be? Just from our eyes meeting for that instant. Have I been dancing to this man's tune since then? Yes. The reason I can't stop trembling isn't because I betrayed my comrades, nor was it that I was an accomplice to the Queen's murder. It's him. It's that this man is dreadful. I think he's a wicked man. Interesting shadow. I'm not really sure shadows work like that. And again, there could be more than one light source, so actually they do. Yeah, he's a wicked man, isn't he? Just like as we see right here. I think you can tell he's a bit of a... He almost looks like a bit of a Terminator or a bit of a... again, like an action hero kind of villain. And hit this shot right here, like a super soldier type. But look at that. That's just like picks up perfect, doesn't it? That kind of face right there. Again, a pleasant looking face and a beautiful face, if you will say, but very poisonous face. And yeah, and the latter has now happened. He grabbed others and went against him, and now he is a subordinate and falls under the wing now, as we can see right here. In the shadow more. You can see him kind of go under his wing. What happens to Minister Foss? I can't remember, to be honest. There's no longer any need for this blood oath I confiscated. With our mutual future in mind, let's not allow some silly enmity? I'm not sure. To linger between us. I'm not sure how to say that one. Is that what the letter was? The blood oath. I hope we can be amicable henceforth. Amicable. How, when he's done so much, can he simply smile innocently like that? Come this way, Minister. I will return to you what I promised. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about this. I think this was left out of maybe the anime. It might be the movies. This was left out of one portion, I remember that. But he had a hostage, didn't he? Elise! Father! Elise, you're safe. You don't need to worry now. Father! This guy would not be having kids if he wasn't like this minister and nobleman, would he? It's quite funny. Maybe that's why it means so much to him, because he probably wouldn't have this family, because I can't imagine he's pulling too many women. Mr. Minister Foss. Still quite sad though, because a family situation like this little girl has nothing to do with any of this. Same with what happened to the guy Guts assassinated. It's always sad, even as much of a bastard as they are. Sad for the family, isn't it? Even if they deserve it. Elise, you're safe. You don't need to worry now. Father. Call it an emotional reunion, eh? Who the hell are these people? What the hell is this? But this was just. But this was one tough job. We had to stake out the kids' lesson schedule for a week, then wait for her to leave in your carriage. Though you were the one who made the arrangements, sir. Of course, as we promised, we were courteous to her. We didn't give her a single spanking, even if she screamed and cried. Okay. Good work. Here's the rest of your reward. Oh. Wow, so much. If you need anything else done, please call us. We would very much like to continue dealing with you for a long time, sir. These guys look like rats, don't they? Like rats and pigs. We'll be on our way then. That was simple. Not to mention profitable. Hope he hires us again. Come on, if he tries to cut ties with us, we'll just use this kidnapping against him. Just look at the state of these guys. But that's quite funny, this image right here. Look at the state of these people. They're like ghouls. But this is quite funny right here, isn't it? It's like the innocent puppy dogs walking into the nightmare demon, which is Guts right here. Who's there? Who the hell are you? More loose ends. That's who you guys are. And easily dealt with, of course. Look at this guy's round ass face. Oh, I think I remember what that movie was. I think it might have been Hostel. Or one of the Hostel movies, I think. I could be wrong about that. But I feel like it was maybe one of the Hostel movies where they were playing football with some guy's head. Which you wouldn't think, because most of the action happens in the kind of rooms in that series. But it was one of them where I think they were abroad, maybe. Well, a lot of them were abroad as well, but there's like two girls, and they're like staying in a hostel. Obviously, there's two girls, and there's specifically a guy that one of the girls has a dance with. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but yeah, I think it was Hostel, maybe 1, 2, or 3. I don't know which one, but. Looks like it's over. Yeah. That's the thing about those movies. There's memorable moments in those movies, but as a whole, they're all pretty. Well, they're not that bad, but they're pretty bad. That takes care of it all. All of it. That takes care of it. All of it. To think they threw their lives away for chump change. Well, I guess it beats the soldiers' meagre wage. Leave it here. The money's theirs by rights. They did work to earn it. Leave it with them. Money's the key to all the doors. Hell of a waste. It is a waste, isn't it? I guess that just shows how little Griffith kind of humanises these people, or how. Well, it's just interesting, isn't it, that they get their rightful due with the money, but he kills them, if you know what I'm saying. It's like, it's weird how he humanises things. He doesn't really humanise things, does he? He just sees it as a kind of give and take, doesn't he? Rather than these people are actual humans and could have families, like what we saw with Minister Foss. I very much doubt it by the looks of them, but it's quite interesting, isn't it? He doesn't really treat anyone else, other than maybe Guts, as actual humans. I think you can see that by what he done with like Casca early on as well, like giving her, like not saving her, not doing the human thing of saving her, but giving her the option of saving herself. Almost like, well, not exactly like playing a game, but kind of seeing what the outcome would be if he has a little bit of influence in it. It's kind of a kind of messed up, kind of almost godlike thing to do, isn't it? Or anti-Christ-like thing to do. Again, it's interesting. Can't exactly put a definition on it myself, but yeah, it's interesting. Is it safe to let the little bald guy go? Yeah. I think he's learned today's lesson. I can't predict the future, but probably. What do you mean, probably? We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Quite interesting that he's actually leaving him, isn't it? But you know, the castle's going to be upset again by all of this. This one knight's seen a mountain of corpses with the queen on top. Thankfully, not one person who could name you is still around. I doubt anyone ever suspects someone who nearly died pulling it off. Does it seem cruel? Huh? I involved you in this filthy scheme, and I didn't even get my hands dirty. I left all the dangerous, taxing work to you. Do you think that I'm cruel? Yes. Yes, you are. You're one ruthless bastard, Griffith. And that's the truthful answer. Idiot. What kind of question is that for the guy who killed 100 men? Yeah, that would be the answer Guts gives. But yes, it doesn't make a difference to how fucking cruel you are, Griffith. Although again, you do get these moments of humanity, like him leaving Minister Foss and his family. You do get those moments. But they are few and far between, aren't they? Let's be honest. Ain't this part of the path to your dream? You believe that, don't you? So what's with this crap? Now of all times. You're right. Let's head back. Dead men don't walk around. You gotta get back quick so Casca and the others will stop worrying. You were dead, so you probably don't know. Eh? Casca showed up at the celebration wearing a dress. Really? It's quite a sight to see. Interesting way we end off there. Did he not even notice? Did Griffith not even notice this whole time? I think that was more of a thing in the anime, wasn't it? I remember I was getting quite angry and agitated. I don't think he noticed her at all during the whole episode or episodes. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but interesting conversation here at the end, wasn't it? Again, I think this maybe goes with like what I was saying a second ago about Griffith having these moments of humanity. I think he was having another bit of a moment here of thinking about all of it and kind of taking it all in and realizing that maybe he is quite a cruel and ruthless bastard. Maybe he shouldn't continue on this journey, but he's obviously gone so far now, and even Guts is kind of backing him up and saying that he should continue and such. So when you get that backing as well, you are always going to continue that kind of mental fortitude from someone else as well as yourself. Yeah, good couple chapters, especially this last one here, wasn't it? Again, especially with this conversation between Guts and Griffith right here at the end, and Minister Foss, and seeing the end of the Queen. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Again, a really good couple chapters. No idea what we've got to expect next time, but I will have a little peek, to be fair. Where is it? Yeah, there we are. We'll have a little peek at what we got next time out. We have One Snowy Night and The Morning Departure. So I'm guessing this is where Guts ends up leaving, hey? I thought that was going to be this time round, but I forgot we had this beforehand. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section anyway. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like this one, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. As I said, I'll be back on Thursday with these two chapters. Hopefully you join me then, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.